Welcome to the Day Trader and Swing Trader Setups watch list, where we look at stocks that broke out on our intraday alerts at the premium alerts at swingtradersetups.com. Intraday alerts create great day trading opportunities as well as carry forward for future days tradings on these breakout stocks. What we do is we review the live alerts that came out intraday on our website for our premium alert subscription holders. We'll keep up with 475 stocks there, and for the breakouts and the breakdowns, they're time stamped with the price, time of the alert, and the time of the post. And also sometimes, like UPS shown here, actually has been on the bull zone for about $7 from several days ago, and this morning it gapped down, and so when it came through the current bull zone breakout, it gave another great alert for an intraday trade setup. So we're reviewing those alerts from our watch list of 475 stocks, as well as scanning for 5 through 5,000 stocks at the end of the day for other alerts similar that came out on different stocks off of our watch list. By subscribing to our service, you're available to see these alerts as they come out early in the mornings or throughout the day. That gives you time to come in and review, see which stocks you might be interested in setting up a swing trade on. We even have these on a weekly alert, and weeklies are really for the long-term swing traders a better setup on a weekly alert, and for multi-day trade swing traders, these daily breakouts. You also have time to go select some options if you're an option trader before the close of business, since the video comes out after hours. Now we're going to take a quick look at the watch list for the stocks that triggered today, then a quick 3-minute tutorial on support and resistance levels that are on our charts for the new viewers, and then we'll get right into the complete list, and we will go through chart by chart and give you a 10-second view of each chart so you can see what might or might not be at support and resistance levels on these alerts. Thanks for watching our video. Subscribe to our channel while you're here. Alright, here's your breakouts for today. Keep in mind we had a really great bounce today, and that sell-off yesterday was probably unfounded. I think part of it was created on that commie testimony, and be aware of that. I mean, who knows what that can make the market do if some testimony doesn't portray Mr. Trump in the way the market thinks it needs to. It could really go into a sell-off. So anything you're in long, please pay attention. Here's your list. I'm going to slide this down so you can see the stocks on the bottom. Some of these I'm sure went back into the bull zones today that might have pulled back yesterday. So it'll be some repeats, I'm sure, from some things we were looking at several days ago. So that's 50 stocks on the daily. Your weekly bull break now has 10 on it. No bears, and this was your daily bear breaks. No bear weeklies. So I'll try to run through these really quick. I kept the video yesterday at about 15 minutes, a lot less stocks. See if we can keep it around that area too. Do the tutorial and we'll be right back to the charts. This is a mini tutorial on what the lines mean on my charts if you're a first-time viewer or been a while since you viewed. We're scanning on weekly and daily charts for my condition. When this green line is up, it's my bull zone, and when the red line is up, it's my bear zone. You need to be aware of support and resistance lines and what charts do at levels, and that's what these levels are for. Just quickly as I can do this, and we're going to put a video on YouTube getting more from your swing trading charts that'll be more detailed and look at more stocks, how they react to these lines. But the gist of what you see here is this is what I'm scanning for. And as you can see here, this showed up in the bear zone. It did go down for a few days, but these green lines are support. And that's why it fought for a few days, tried to bounce back up, headed back down again, came right back into the bull zone, a bear zone, excuse me, and continued on down. Now the lines, here's what they represent. A green line is a place that a stock went up to and rejected. So as this green line redrew itself every time we made highs right here, and then it stayed across here for reference points, continues the same line here for reference points. Resistance, when you get above it, becomes support. This green line was drawn way back in the history, and when this stock broke above this resistance level, when it came back down, it held it, it held it, it held it, it tested it and held it again and again. That was support. That's why I want you to be aware of what these lines mean. You'll see them on my charts. And then the activity that stocks do, sometimes they go, that's my first target, that's my second target. Many times stocks go target 1, pull back a little, target 2, then they may pull all the way back to 1 and go again if they're continuing an uptrend. In this case, it did the pull back. This blue line is a 50-period moving average. This orange line is a 200. So that's what I want you to be aware of as well. And then I have a pivot system that consists of this blue line at the top, yellow line at the bottom, and my target 1 and target 2. You'll see this particular day this stock gapped down, huge gap down, open way down here. The low on this stock was 169.68. I'm getting that right out of this box over here. And the value of that yellow line was 169.67. Within 1 cent, it held that line and bounced that day for a huge bounce. It's not a support level, but it's where I look for stocks to try to hold. It's where I look if I'm short, say from here, this is where I'm looking to get out. I'm looking to move 2 levels, target 1, target 2, going up, target 1, target 2. The pink lines all represent places the stock has gone down to and bounced. This pink line is referencing this last pivot low. So as you're selling down into it, it may bounce again. If you get below it, then it becomes resistance. And that's all these lines mean. I just want you to know what they mean going forward. Thanks for watching the video. Let's get started. Okay, again, we got no weekly bear break. We're on a weekly chart. Here's our breaks on the weekly bull breaks. Keep in mind this line right here is where this alerted at, and this is the number that we alerted at. This is our profit above and beyond that number. And I go through these and allow you to see the support and resistance lines that are these greens or old highs that were rejected at a point. You see it replotting. It's a new high. We took it out today or yesterday, whatever day this crossed that line at, and we're looking at this down here. Shows us our bull zone breaks. You can see in the past where we had the bull zone breaks before. I always want this line and this set of lines in my bull zone breaks. If I don't have both, I don't have it on the alert. Just because it breaks the price level required, if I don't have the strength the way I calculate it in play, I don't want to put it on the alert. This little line, dotted line right here, you want to see this go solid like this did back here. That's my trend stability line. It measured how low the lows each day were, and if I can keep them above a certain level, this line will go solid, and that's even more strength in the trade as it progresses on. These dashes, the yellow signifies even if the bull zone pulls back, if I can maintain this yellow line on the chart, the outlook is still highly probable that it goes higher, even though it may pull back off the bull zone at the end of the day and not have a green check mark on a recap sheet. this trend stability will usually appear on the next bar after the breakout, whether it be on a daily or a weekly. This line will come into play, and then you'll use that as a guide through your trade. Let's get to rolling through these now. I'm going to run them about 5 seconds a piece. That gives you a second to pause the chart and investigate. No opinion on this particular stock. We all know why it gapped up real big today. The reason for walking through these is so you can see the support and resistance lines, the 50 period average, the 200 average, and the old low support again, or resistance if they're below them. All I'm trying to do is give you a chance to pause the video and look at the stock in more detail. That takes care of the weeklies. We're going to move over to the dailies. Okay, we're back on the daily chart. We've got 9 stocks that came in today. Again, this is your price level you want to watch as we go down. That's the mark on the red line, and this is the P&L in today based on that price. Dish, for example, 198 below the trigger price. Down for the day was 254. This was a gap down stock, which gapped down pretty much right at that level. And this is a great example of knowing where your support and resistance lines are. This had to go through there, and now that it's through there, it's got to get back through there to bounce. Here's your next level down. I'm going to try to keep these moving, keep this video as short as possible. Your 50-day crossover there, right on your 200-day coming in here. Keep that in mind. Two big down days on this one. Got your support line that it held last time. It had a big gap down. May not can hold it this time. Move into the daily bulls and we'll wrap this thing up. While you're here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter or StockTwits at Daytrader Setups. And our website is daytradersetups.com and swingtradersetups.com. Don't forget, this video is being brought to you by our premium alerts at swingtradersetups.com. They're real-time alerts. They're posted on our website, and we're looking at our bull zone weekly and daily breakouts, and our bear zone weekly and daily breakouts that are in one category on the website. And there are other categories that are more aggressive for the more active trader as well. And by having a subscription to that service, you get all these alerts intraday as they happen, and one subscription gets you access to everything, as well as our chart system. If you would like to get it, I can set you up a couple of different ways to have the green and pink lines available for your charts as you review. Let's go forward. Okay, we got Apple trying to come back up through the bull zone today after this pretty long base here. ADI, a little gap up today. This stock did not pull back yesterday. It's not a big base it's breaking out of now. It's just a continuation. I like the base breaks the best. And again, for your longer term swing trades, weeklies are better than dailies. Dailies are good for not intraday trades, but multi-day, 2 or 3 day swing trades and continuation moves. Trying to keep these moving. We got 49 stocks on this list. This stock's really strong. It broke out multiple days ago, actually. Same here, just got caught in a pullback yesterday. That last stock's actually breaking out on a weekly. Bullzone as well. The low of this week's chart, this is just getting through a support resistance line. Again, another strong stock. You can see down here, this is when it first came in on our bull zone. The bull zones are recalculated as the stock rises, so when you see a recross, it's a different level than it was. And again, I'm just hitting these about 5 seconds a piece, give you enough time to be able to pause the video and look at the lines on the charts, have a chance to figure out why they're here if you need to. A lot of these stocks that broke last week have been in a base here, and now they're trying to break out again. I probably liked them better the first part of the break when they broke that base. And anytime you got stocks making higher highs on long-term charts, who knows how far they go. You got nothing to measure them against. I'm trying to glance and see what I see that's real compelling to me as well. The IBM's getting really strong on the weekly chart. It came up last week on our bull break on the weekly. Even on that little small weekly it still broke into the bull zone. Actually broke in 2 weeks ago, but it just now is bringing in this week is bringing in my yellow band on the weekly as well. So some momentum really picking up here on IBM. Again, we talked about this earlier. Nice day on this chart. You should have noticed the high a day. $114.41, and that line is on this chart, $114.43, which was caused by this previous line. So you see how stocks go right to old highs and they stop, pull back about $1 off of that. this is also in the weekly bull zone, second week. Big day here on LRCX. Broke up through the 50-day. That's your blue line there. Remember, you follow along right over here. It keeps it highlighted for you, and you can see the value of the little green line where the breakout was. And you know, we offer these. We're running 5,000 stocks here at night on the scan. We are actually run these alerts live on our website on 475 higher cap stocks each day. So you can see these breakouts earlier in the day if you want to be aware of them intraday, so that you can decide if you'd like to make a position or maybe an option trade prior to the market closing. That's $69 a month. It only takes about 200 shares one time a month to make 35 extra cents on a stock, and you paid for your month's subscription. A lot of times you may get in a stock and make $2 or $3 you paid for a year's subscription. You can find out that about on our website. $69 a month puts you on these daily and weekly bull breaks and bear breaks as they occur intraday at the time they break out. Comes out with the price and time stamped when it broke. Sometimes you'll have one break and pull back and come back through it later in the day. Has to be above it at the end of the day to make this list. And at the very end of the video, we'll give you the 5-day look at the charts, stocks that came up in the last 5 days on the bulls and the bears. Again, it's just for you to be able to pause the video and go check on stocks as they're progressing, and gives you a chance to see which ones are still holding the trend stability. RCL's doing here for multiple days, and holding the yellow line even when you get the little bull zone pullback on the check mark. So that's what that's for. It's right at the end of the video. Stock's trying to come out of this base break. Made it through the 50 several days ago, through the 200. Is that my target one? Kind of like the way this is setting up. Remember, if you are a subscriber, I can put you these charts together for the green lines and the pink lines on Thinkorswim. Show you how to do it on TC2000, or I can give you a TradingView link. And if you're using TradingView, you don't even have to pay for data. You get these can be plotted without real-time data, so it's basically free. And I also will give you my pivot system, which is the yellow, the green, the red targets, and then the upper pivot. I'll allow you to use those over on TradingView for as long as you keep your subscription. That's our last chart. This was that crazy move yesterday and pulled back, and then today it just exploded again on up through here. This actually, I think, broke into the weekly bull zone yesterday. That's the reason I remember I was looking at this. All right, we'll have you recap for you and wind this video down. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Twitter and StockTwits. Come over to our website and check out our subscription service. This is our 5-day recap on our bears. The weekly is just a current week. That's the current day. 1 day ago, 2 day ago, 3 day ago, 4 day ago. And this shows you the lines. The only purpose of me showing this to you so you can see all of these symbols that's been on these alerts previous days. You can see if the yellow line's still intact, meaning probably continued implications to more downside. You can see the exact trigger price from the previous day, 2 days ago. The price here is the actual trigger price of the day it showed up, and shows you a current P&L on the stock from the trigger price and how profitable it was. Like in this case, we're on a short, so how profitable it was at the lows at $5.32 was where it was, and it bounced some. Now it's still only $3.35. It still is in the bear zones, what the check marks mean, and that is the current newly calculated bear zone. So it could still, obviously it's still below the trigger price, or you wouldn't still have a profit. Like this case, it's not below the trigger price, so there is no profit. At the highest point, it was $1.31 profitable, and it's bounced some now, and it's not in the bear zone anymore. The purpose is, like I say, is to let you see these and you go refer to them. That's all your bears. You got a chance to pause the video and take a look. We're going to look at the bulls real quick. Here's the bull chart. You've already seen this list today, but I actually want you to see the whole week, so I'm going to leave that there. Pull these down so you can see all the stocks that were in there. So when I pause the video, you get a chance to see everything here. And if you want to learn more about the yellow and the green lines and the check boxes, go over to our weekend chart talk. I spent a lot of time this weekend on a video going through some charts, showing what they mean, how they show up, kind of an education on all of this. Is right over on the YouTube channel. The weekend chart talk has the big yellow label on the front covers. Make sure I'm showing you all of these. Get this one here in here for you. It's going to take another pull down here to get the rest of these. That particular day was real busy. That was 3 days ago. Give you the view of the rest of that, and we're going to pull this one up so you can see all of these. So now you can pause the video, you can check on your stocks, you can see where your yellow lines and green lines are still intact, see where we're still progressing up and staying above the current level of the bull zones, where the profit is since the trigger and the trigger price. And again, watch the weekend chart talk videos. Past weekend, spent about an hour going over a lot of this stuff. So you want to learn what these mean, that's where you need to do it at. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Kept this under 30 minutes.